Hello. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Okay. All right. So we're just going to start with a little oil in the pan. Going to turn our heat on. I put it on high. You could probably put it on medium high. That would be fine. Okay. So we're going to let that kind of get all yummy and go. All right. So this is the stew meat I'm using. So I know some people don't like it touch, but you see how small I've cut up the meat? I like to cut it up small for two reasons. One, I don't like a big old chunk of meat, right? I just don't like that. It takes longer to cook, and that was two. And three, when you're feeding your family, if you cut it up in smaller chunks, it goes further. So that's a good thing. And then, so you say, well, I don't have beef stew meat in my freezer. So here's the deal. Stew meat can be kind of expensive. I bought this in a family pack, and then when I got home, I divided it into thirds and put it in freezer bags so I could just pull a freezer bag out and use it. So this is one of the freezer packs, so it was a third of a family pack. But you could buy something like a round steak. You could use a roast and chop that up. So any kind of, lemon white chocolate bundt cake. It's going to be exciting as soon as we finish our beef stew. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this in the pan. I've just put a little oil in there, and I've turned the heat on. Ta-da! Okay, so that's in there. Let me get my... Look, wooden spoon. I'm smacking you. Okay, we're going to season. Remember, you season in layers. So this, I'm just going to do salt and pepper. A little salt. A little pepper. You notice I have, not that side. That side, I will dump out all the pepper, and that would be bad. Okay, so just a little pepper, la la la. You say, Cindy, you always put garlic powder in there. I know, but I'm going to use fresh garlic in this. Okay, so this is going to start browning on here. In the meantime, and let me see if I can do this. I don't really want to turn, so I'm going to do... Watch how I do this. Here's a bowl, okay? I'm going to use, this is hard. This is harder than you think. I don't want my hair to catch on fire. That would be bad. Okay, so here's my bowl. I am going to use a can of beef gravy. Whoa, bowl. Can of beef gravy. Beef gravy. Ooh, it looks gross. Beef gravy just looks gross coming out. Yeah. Anyway, beef gravy. Okay, and then I'm going to put in... Why can I? Oh, because I need to be over here. A can of cream of mushroom soup. Cream of mushroom soup. La, 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 la. And then, just to give it a jazz, well, I didn't get it all out of there. Good enough. Just to give it a little oomph. If you don't have beef gravy, you can use, like, if you have the little beef cubes, or you can do something like that. Worchestire, right? Worcestershire. I don't know how you say it. Okay, I'm going to take my whisk. Look, see? And I'm just going to whisk that together. This is going to be our sauce. La, la, la. Whisking. Of course, my hand, holding the bowl, is right over the pot that's on high heat. And I'm like, hot. And I can't lean down to say hello to you and see your little faces, because then I would burn my hair or my face. Okay, so that's our sauce. See? 1 can of beef gravy, 1 can of cream of mushroom soup. Ta-da! La la la. Okay, that's going on the side. Okay, look, our meat starting to get brown already. Yum. Now, this isn't all the way brown. That's okay, because this is going to cook for hours. I'm going to cook it probably for at least 2 hours, because I want it, so stew meat, round steak, roast, skirt steak, those are not your most tender cuts of meat, and so they tend to be tough. And so those are the meats that you use when you're going to cook something for a really long time, because if you cook it fast, it's just like chew and chew and chew and chew, and that's just gross. Anyway, so if you cook it a long time, then it breaks down the meat, and then it's all yummy and pillowy and good. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead, it's okay that it's not all brown, it's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and add my onions. This is just one onion that's been diced up. I'm gonna put that in there. And 2 stalks of celery. Celery, yum. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and layer one more time, just because. The reason that we put salt on our vegetables is because the salt will, oh, I lost the pepper, there it is. The salt will help the veggies to sweat. And so they'll sweat out their internal moisture, oh, and make everything yummy. Okay, so that's gonna cook. Now normally when I'm cooking something like this, I need to wait until my vegetables, especially like my onions, get translucent so they're not bright white. You see how they're kind of bright white? So they're kind of clear. But I don't really need to do all that because remember, it's gonna cook for hours. Hours, I tell you. Although, now remember I said I wasn't using my garlic. Oh, I'm making a mess. I've made a huge mess. This is my favorite thing. This is roasted garlic cloves, and it's in like olive oil or something. But it's a brand new package, and I just made a mess. I need a tea towel. Okay, so since I already have oil all over my hands now, I'm just gonna reach in. I like a lot of garlic, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, no, 8. I like even numbers. 8, there we go. All right, so 8 is on there. Ugh, gross. Gross, I tell you. Okay, hold on. Got to get a towel and get all this gross oil off. Delicious. It's delicious. I know, it smells good. It's like garlicky oil. Ah, if garlic makes you healthy, it's good for your heart. I wonder if it's good for my arthritis. Garlic oil all over my hands. Okay, so now we have the garlic in there. I'm gonna add one other spice. You don't have to do this, but it is one of my favorites. This is smoked paprika. And I just, again, just like the Worcestershire or Worcester, or however you want to say, it just gives it a yummy smoked flavor. And I think that's all yum. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna add our other vegetables. So we're gonna add, this was 3 carrots. No, this was 4 carrots. Why 4 carrots, you say? Because 4 carrots were all that I had left. Try, if you will, you notice that when I've made things before, I dice them very small. Try to make your veggies about the same size as your meat. Okay? So carrots go in. 4 carrots. There's a lot more potatoes because I didn't have very many carrots, and quite frankly, people in my house don't necessarily like carrots a whole lot. And we all like potatoes, and potatoes make things go further. So that's 4 potatoes. I didn't have any fresh mushrooms because I used them. When did I use them? Oh, when I made, I sauteed those mushrooms the other day for, I think the Italian thing we made. I can't remember now. Anyway, but I had a can of mushrooms. So, can of mushrooms. If your family doesn't like mushrooms, don't put them in there. Easy to do, right? Okay, now we got that in there. I'll give it a stir just so we get, so you can see everything. Okay, so now you can kind of see meat, potatoes, carrots. There we go. There we go. Ta-da! Now, remember the mixture that we made? Beef gravy, cream of mushroom soup, and some Worcestershire. That's what we used, okay? All right, so I'm just gonna pour this over the top. Ooh, yummy. Okay, I know you don't know this, but there's a lot of heat coming up from this pot, and it is very hot on Cindy's poor fingers. Okay. Here. Because we don't want to lose any of that yummy goodness, we're going to put all this in here. Okay, now, I'm going to tell you something. Between the meat releasing its, fat and all of that, and the vegetables that are going to continue to sweat. And we're going to put the lid on it, so that means it's going to keep in everything. This could probably be enough liquid. However, what was that? I don't know. There was a pop. That was scary. Are you still there? You're still there. Okay. I would still add just a little bit of water, right? Because remember, it was condensed soup. Okay, now, that being said, look at that. Your potatoes will cook down. Your carrots will cook down. Your onions, celery, all of that will cook down. And so, oh, look, see? Now, this looks like beef stew. You see? It'll get that. Okay, Rachel Ray had this thing that she called stoop. And really, so here's the difference between stew and stew. Stew is like a thick, right? So you pick it up and it's really more this with just this thick coating on it. But we like stoop because we like a lot more juice. Like we like lots of juice with every bite. So I'm going to take my water and I'm going to add more. Okay, see, I covered everything. Water, water everywhere. Nary a drop to drink. Okay, there we go. So that's it. I'm going to bring this to a boil. And then once it's boiling, I'm going to turn it down to low. And I'm going to put the lid on it. And it's probably going to sit here for 2 hours. That's it, 2 hours. Beef stew. Yummy. Okay, I'm taking you out of the doodah because we're walking. La la. There we go. Look. We did it. Oh, there's music playing in the background. Okay, I don't know why. Okay, so that's it. Beef stew. We finished our beef stew. Is everybody excited about beef stew? Hello, Joanne. Good morning. So beef stew. And then that was, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Easy peasy. Quick, quick. Dump it all in there. Bring it to a boil. Put on the lid. And there we go. So all we used was stew meat. I'll put you on here so you can look over. Can you look over? Hold on. Let me see. Where's the pot? There we go. We used stew meat. We used onions. We used celery. We used carrots. We used potatoes. We used mushrooms. We used a can of beef gravy and a can of cream of mushroom soup, garlic, salt, pepper, water. Ta-da! That's it. Okay, so bring that to a boil, and then we're going to turn it down to low, put the lid on it, let it cook for a couple of hours. Yummy. Okay, and then your dinner's made for tonight. You don't have to do anything else. However, I know that you have all seen the pictures on the internet of the kitty, like the kitty before COVID and the kitty after, quarantine. So the kitty before was like, and the kitty after was like, right? And so that's what we're going to be like because we eat all day. But remember, I'm making food, not just for our house, but I'm taking food over to the boys, the doctors, and I want to keep them all happy, fat and happy. They're probably, my husband stress eats. So he's really stressed out right now. He's exhausted, he's tired, and he's stressed. And so even though last year he lost 80 pounds, I bet he's putting it on just like that. Okay, so I'm going to put you in this apparatus. You're just moving. All kinds of apparatuses we have here at Cindy's kitchen. Boop. Ta-da. There you go. All right. All right, so we have, oh, you're a little crooked. Okay. I think that's good. There we go. All right, so this is the easiest cake ever. You're going to want to do this cake all the time. And you've probably seen this on Facebook or on Pinterest. Hello, Andrea. Yes, hello, Linda. Oh, thank you so very much. Hey, Judy. You've probably seen this on Facebook or on Pinterest or on Twitter or somewhere else. And you thought, a lot of times we read those things and we go, I wonder if that really works. And I'm here today to tell you it really works. So we're going to make a cake using nothing but a can of soda. Does that work? Yes, it does. Okay, so we're using a yellow cake mix. People say, does it matter if you use Duncan Hines or use Betty Crocker? I don't think it really matters. Did you know that Betty Crocker wasn't actually a person? They picked out the name Betty because the name Betty sounded like a happy name. A happy name. Betty is a happy name. Do we have any Bettys out there? If you're a Betty out there, say hello so we can say what a happy person you are. Cindy would have been better. Cindy Crocker. Cindy is happy. Okay, anyway, so kitchen scissors opening. Yellow cake mix. Yellow cake mix. Dumping it in the bowl. Okay, you ready? I'm using, because remember Cheap Girl? Cheap Girl. Cheap Girl does not buy Sprite or 7-Up because it costs a lot more. Okay, that's just really bad, I know. This is the Kroger brand, Big K. Right? But if I had shopped at Walmart, I would have got the Big W or whatever it is. What is it at Walmart? Sam's? I don't know. Anyway, Big K. It's lemon lime soda. That's it. So if you don't have Kroger, the store-bought brand, but you have 7-Up or Sprite, you could use that. Now this is a 12-ounce can. So if you saved even more money and instead of buying cans, you bought the 2 liters, you're going to have to measure out 12 ounces. Sorry. I was trying to just keep it all here, but there you go. You ready? We're just going to pour it in there. No! Oh, it's like all fuzzy. It's fuzzy. Not fuzzy, but like fizzy. Fizzy, that's the word I was looking at. There we go. Fizzy. Look at the fizz. Fizz, right? Oh, it's going to be fluffy. Okay, you could use a hand mixer. Because, I'm all about being lazy, but, okay, that requires that you wash more stuff. So, I'm not washing more stuff. I'm just using my handy-dandy spatula. I bought these spatulas. You've seen me use them over the last couple of years. I'm going to show you the other ones. Hold on. Oh, well, the other ones are gone. But anyway, this is a red one. We can't see it's red. Red. I have this blue one. And then I have a little bitty green one. And I got them from my Tupperware lady. Oh, I'm making a mess. I got them from my Tupperware lady. And I love them. And I think they stopped making them. I don't know. Mine are finally, I've had mine 15 years. And they're finally starting to crack. Okay, so you're going to have some lumps and bumps in here. Unless you used your hand mixer. But that's okay. It's okay that you have some lumps and bumps. Look how light and fluffy. Now, normally when you make this, you put in oil and eggs and water. And it's like a thick batter. Not this. Light and fluffy because it has all that carbonation in there. And it's going to be fluffy. And I thought, this is fine. A lemon cake is good. The good one is a lemon cake. Not a lemon cake. A yellow cake with a can of orange soda. And then, although if you use the French vanilla cake mix with the orange soda, then it's like a dreamsicle cake. Oh, so good. Okay, but anyway, we're not doing that one because I didn't have that. I only had lemon lime soda. This is going to be yummy all on its own, right? A lovely lemony flavor. But wait, we should make it better. White chocolate chips. Because, hello, white chocolate goes great with everything, okay? So you say, how many to put in? My daughter says the amount of chips that you use is how much love you have. Although we don't want to overwhelm. So I'm going to use half the bag. I probably did a little bit more than half the bag. But if you're using your little mixer, don't use the mixer to put the chocolate chips in. Because then it just gets you break up the chocolate chips. I just don't think that's good. Anyway, okay. It's all mixed up. Yay. Okay, so I have my Bundt pan. Give your Bundt pan a spray with your cooking spray. Now let's see if I can do this. And then we're going to pour, I'm going to put this here. I'm going to pour, I like to pour and turn. Pour and turn, except I'm making a mess on the side. Pour and turn, because I'm holding the spatula. Pour and turn. La la la. Okay. Now again, you're going to have little You know, it's not going to be all, you're going to see little lumps of cake mix. It's fine. It'll all cook out. We shouldn't worry so much when we cook. It's kind of like we finally got my mom a smartphone, and you know, now she's afraid to touch any buttons. What if I mess it up? We'll fix it. Okay, so I'm going to give it a jiggle. La la la. You can jiggle too. Here, morning exercise. Shake, shake, shake. Okay, normally when you do a cake, oh, you don't have to do this in a Bundt pan. I just think it's going to be pretty because I'm going to make a glaze with powdered sugar and milk and put on the top of this. But you could do it in 11 by 13. That's fine too. Whatever cake pan you normally use. You want to be adventuresome and make little, put it in your muffin tin, make little individual cakes. You could do that too. You want to share it with someone? You could get, you know, smaller little things, make 4 or 5 of them, and then share them with your friends and neighbors. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to get a paper towel. Okay, remember I told you I was messy? It doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't matter. But I am about the pretty too. Because I think you eat with your eyes. So, you know, there should be some pretty. Okay. Ta-da! There we go. La la la. I'm going to put this in the oven, 350, and I'm going to bake it for 30 minutes or so. Putting my toothpick in to make sure it's done. And that's it. We made, I mean, literally, has it been 30 minutes? I don't think it has. We have made a yummy, fantastic, bubbly beef stew this morning. And now, with all kinds of veggies. And now we have made a yummy lemon white chocolate cake. Only using a cake mix, a can of lemon lime soda, and some white chocolate chips. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right. So I do have to ask, I said this at the end, but you know, I have friends that do these kind of things all the time, and you know, I don't because I'm all new to this. So I'm supposed to reiterate that if you're complaining because you come in and the show's already started, instead of just liking, you're supposed to follow and you're supposed to do turn on notifications. And if you do that, then you'll get a little ding when we're getting ready to start. Well, whenever I start. And so that would be good for you. If you want to make sure you get in on the beginning. Of course, you can always just watch the reruns. I sound like we're in the 60s, don't we? Or the 70s. Anyway, so you could do that. The other thing is, if I could ask, please, if you would share this. Because I've had other people say, well, I don't know where you are. Supposedly there are 3, on Facebook, 3 different Cindy's Kitchens. And so when I say go to Cindy's Kitchen, they're looking, they're not finding the right one, which who would have thought? But anyway, so if you wouldn't mind sharing this on your page, then people will have the actual right Cindy's Kitchen. So that would be good. And then, as always, as I ask, if you have suggestions on things that you have in your pantry, your refrigerator, or your freezer, and there are things that you would like help being made, then just let me know. Hello, Tanya. I'm so funny. Thanks for the entertainment. I do try to entertainment. Hey, Kim. You love my apron. I know you do because you probably have one just like it. These were our homemade gourmet aprons, and we had our names on them. Ooh, ah. And I still use it because it's still my favorite apron. Anyway, all my little homemade gourmet folks. So there we go. You've got dinner and dessert already done today. And I happen to have one of those bag salads in my refrigerator. And so the boys are going to have a bag salad. That's kind of cheating, isn't it? Here, I'm going to show you which one they get tonight. In case you were wondering, what did they get? They are getting, Kroger brand, they are getting Southwest chopped salad. Green cabbage, romaine lettuce, carrot, pepitas, green onion, tortilla strips, cilantro with a cilantro pepita dressing. So anyway, they're getting a salad, they're getting beef stew, and they're getting yummy lemon white chocolate cake. So I hope the boys will be happy, and the girls here. So the girls are in one house, the boys are in another. So you guys have an awesome day. Look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow. We love Mexican. Okay, we can do some more Mexican, Nancy. I've always wanted to know how to make chili beans. Chili beans? You buy a can of chili beans. Chili beans. Just like pinto beans? Because if that's the thing, we certainly could do pinto beans. I don't know that I've ever heard them called chili beans. Unless you just put chili powder in there. I'll look that up. I will look that up and try to come up with an answer, Tony. And Nancy, I will come up with some Mexican recipes just for you guys. Tell Kelly hello. You guys have an awesome day. Stay safe. Stay happy. I hope your kitchen is full of good smells today. Bye. See you tomorrow.